Hello everyone, welcome to Rod's Repairs. Today I got a good one for you, you guessed it. I'm going to show you how to replace your rotor and put some new brake pads on today on a 2020 Subaru Impreza. First thing you want to do obviously is jack it up, get the tire off it, and make sure you use the jack stand for safety. Then you're going to need these tools here. Pretty much, I did the other side already, so these are all the tools I used. You're gonna need yourself a C-clamp, little bar there to push the caliper back together, a couple other little items. So yeah, let's get started. Gonna take these two bolts off here to get the caliper off, and then I'm gonna set the caliper up here. I don't have a camera person, so I'm just kind of explaining it to you. Then we got two bolts here. One, we got a light here. We gotta take this bolt and this bolt, which is right here, that bolt. Next, so I'm gonna do the caliper, do these two bolts on the caliper, 1 and 2. Then we're going to do this retaining bracket that holds the caliper on, the big ones, that one and that one. And then we're going to take the rotor off. Might have to hit it with a sledgehammer, which I got right here. I might have to. I'll have to tap it a little bit. There is screws here. If it doesn't want to come off, you can run bolts through here. That way, you know, just run them in, and then the rotor will come right off. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Let's get this show on the road here and get her done. So I don't know, maybe I could. Yeah, there's nothing to hold the light on to, so yeah, nothing magnetic around this thing anymore. I think maybe try that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I believe they're 14s. Yep. So what I like to do, I like to take them off with this first to break them. They're not, the torque isn't that much on them. I'm not sure what the torque is, but when you take them off, you can tell how tight they are, and they're just snugged up. Then I like to use my electric ratchet to get them off the rest of the way. Just a lot quicker. You can use air, but it's noisy. So I just take them off this way. Nothing big. As you can see, I put some paper down here to take, you know, to cover it, to catch the dirt. So now here, usually you can't get it off by hand, but this time I can. But a lot of times if you can't, you can get in here, with a screwdriver and just kind of pry it if you can't get it. So I'm going to take this off. I'm just going to set it. Actually, I'm going to knock some of the dirt out of it. And the dirt's inside of that piston, so that's nothing. So we're going to hold that there like that. That was a one-hander. Now you want to make sure these are free. These are super free. You want to be able to make sure they go in and out. If they don't, you can just pluck them right out of here and put some grease on them, put them back in. That's how easy that is. Simple, simple. I'm going to leave the brakes in here for now. I'm going to take the big bolts out. Now they're kind of tough. So sometimes you can just break them with your ratchet. I'm going to try it. I did the front already, and I couldn't break them. So yeah, this one here I can break. So I'm going to break them loose here. These ones are tight. They're pretty tight. You know, you want to make sure you get them snugged up. You don't got to over snug them, but I'm not sure the torque specs, but they're on there. They're not Loctited or anything. So then I just got my little adapter for my 1/4 inch, and I just bust them out of there quick. So we're gonna do that next. This is all in real time, so however long this video is. I wish this should just almost fall out of there. So we got the bolts, no big deal. This should just come right out. I'm gonna leave the pads in for now. Try to catch what I can catch. You wanna wear safety glasses. If you're gonna beat on something, put on your safety glasses. Maybe get on some earmuffs. I'm not sure if it'll come out of there or not. I kind of like to break it like that. Look at that. Now it's loose. It should just come out of there. So this has got the emergency brake. So yeah, the shoes look good. So I'm not gonna replace them. A lot of times it gets rusty right around here, so the rotor has a hard time coming off. So hopefully we can get the new one back on. Hopefully these aren't, you know, gonna be in the way, but let's go ahead and try to get them on. Let's see. Okay, that went nice. Okay, so we got that on. Well, like I say, a lot of times it'll get real rusty around here, and this won't want to come off. So there is threads right here and here. So you go to the hardware store and you get some, you know, you find what bolt's gonna fit in there, and you just drive them in, and it'll just go on the hub, and it'll just pull that right off, easy. You know, bang on it. Do what you got to do when you're tightening them bolts. Okay, so like I say, this is in real time, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this. Usually, I don't know. Usually, I just put the brake pads on when this is on, but I don't know. It seems like it's always easier to do it like that, but I think these things come off so easy. You just you gotta pry them out of there sometimes. Actually, I'm gonna put this on. I kind of like to have it on there. I can get the brake pads out a lot easier. So, go ahead and throw this back on. Might as well not change it up. Thread everything in by hand before you tighten it. I'm gonna snug it up quick with this, and I'm gonna tighten it with the ratchet. Always just do one thing at a time. Don't be in a hurry. So I'm gonna make sure these bolts are tight before I move on to the brake pads. I'm gonna snug them up good, because that's the way they work. You don't have to over snug them, but you want to make sure they're good and snug, just like you took them off. Yep. They don't need to be any more than what you took them off at. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pry these pads out of here, right off the rotor. You see they just work in that little channel. So I'm going to do the bottom one too. See what's on here, just to get them out of there. There we go. They come right out. Now I like to do one at a time. I like to look at it. Okay, doesn't have that on there, so I'm not going to use this one. So there we go. I'm going to clean. I like to clean these little channels here just to get the dirt out of there. So that's what we're going to do now. They usually have paint, you know, just paint in there. And so yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw this one in. Look at how easy it is. There's like a little springer there. So you get it in there. Kind of like angle it, get it on the other side of that spring. Oh my gosh. Easy. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Now this pad here, that squeaker deal fell off, so I'm not sure if it was on the front one or the back one, but I'm not really sure what that little guy is, but we're not going to even worry about it because the pad's going to go in there like easy. I'm going to clean my channels, make sure that the debris is out of them. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to throw this in, so it's going to go just like that. I can't really see it, so I'm going to get down in here. I'm gonna have to get on my side because I can't really see what's going on in there. Let's see. Make sure my volume's off of my phone. Okay. Don't want it ringing. Okay. So I'm just gonna get under here and make sure this channel up there is good. Get the debris out of there, which we did. Brake pad only goes on one way. Let's see. Can't really see it. All right, the main thing is you gotta get the pad on those springs and just push them in. See, now we're nice. Ain't nothing on that. I should be able to. Okay, now next we gotta push in the caliper. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this plate, put it right there. I'm gonna take the C-clamp and I'm gonna go like that and I'm gonna push it on there. So I'm just gonna do small bites at a time. Now what happens is when the caliper comes out, the brake fluid in the reservoir goes down. Okay? So imagine all 4 brakes getting wore, the calipers are all out. So that means that it's using brake fluid to push out these pistons. So that means in the reservoir it goes down. It's not full. You look at it and you go, oh my gosh, I need brake fluid. Well, yeah, you need brake fluid, but you're gonna need brakes too. So what happens is you'll fill this up, the brake reservoir, and then when you push the calipers in, you get fluid coming out of here and it just pours all over the floor. So that's not a good thing. So you want to keep an eye on it. Like I say, I've already done the front brakes and I did the left rear. So I actually watched this raise all the way to the top. I used a small beaker, and I came in here and I sucked the brake fluid out and I put it into a container. So I'm gonna set you up right here. See if we can set you up. I'm gonna go squeeze the caliper, and hopefully you're high enough to see that fluid come up. Dang it, I don't have anything to set there. So yeah, let's just, hopefully you can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna squeeze the C-clamp. Okay, we're pretty much, yep, we're maxed out. We're maxed out. So anyway, it raised a little bit. So basically, every time you push in the caliper, the piston, this brake fluid's gonna raise. So right now, it's actually over the limit. It's supposed to be max right here on this line. So I'm gonna take a beaker and suck some of that out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you wanna be careful. You want to be careful with brake fluid because you don't want to get none of it on your paint. So this is my little beaker. It's got a little ball on it. I'm going to go in here and suck as much out of there as I can. I'm going to be real clean about it too. You don't want any of this brake fluid getting on your paint. You don't want it all over your engine compartment either. So we're pretty good. So as you can see, I got a rag set up down there, green rag. I got all this. So I'm moving away. I'm keeping in the beaker, in the bottle. I got a little drain here. I'm pouring everything out, being careful. So that's what happens when you squeeze. So you want to make sure you got that figured out. Take the cap off and, put your rag there to catch whatever you miss. Get your beaker and suck that out of there. I've never seen anybody do that but you want to do it, you know, to keep brake fluid off your floor, keep a nice clean engine compartment. So there we go. I got the brake on, or the cap back on. The level's right where it needs to be, and we're being all clean about it. Here's I got a container. I put all my oil and stuff in there. When it fills up, then I put it in a 5-gallon. But there's my beaker. I'm gonna let that drip out. I'm gonna dispose of this once it's nice and dripped out of there. I got my oil rags. Put them here. Keep it all nice and clean. This is where I'm gonna put my gloves actually when I'm done using them. That way I can reuse them. So anyway, now we're ready to put the caliper over the pistons, over the brake pads, I mean. So yeah, I don't know. Can you see that? I use basically a chunk of straight bar steel. Got a nice little hose clamp. You can use any kind of a C-clamp deal to squeeze this back in. You can use one of those screw-in ones if you want. I like using these because they're quick. Okay, let's get her done. This is all in real time, just like I said. I don't video or edit my videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick this back over. Now put it this way, if this isn't in all the way, you ain't getting over your brake pads. These are new brake pads, there's not a lot of clearance. So if it's not in all the way, you'll find out in a hurry. So you want to make sure you're over, you know? So that's what we're doing here. Gonna put in the bolts on both of them. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it around a little bit to make sure they're threading in. Don't get all happy with it. Okay, now I'm going to thread them in with this, just quick. Hey, if you guys like the content, please subscribe to the channel, share, comment. Okay, I'm going to just snug them up. These things are just snugged up. They're not like massive tight. Just like you took them off. Just like you took them off. There you go. Done deal. So, I don't know how long that took, but that is how you put brake pads and a new rotor on a 2020 Subaru Impreza. My next video might just be changing out the ABS, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys like the content. Please like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like I say, comment. Totally appreciate it. It's gonna help me grow. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.